Hi, this is Ali Abbas Zafar, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
You know, one more stereotype that you break through this film, which I personally felt, is the fact that you're having the name Sultan and you're coming on Eid, but you've not utilized. You spoke about the cliches, but I would say that you've broken the cliches. That's my personal opinion, in the sense that you're not using the stereotypical things that are associated with Muslims. You're not having that skull cap that he has to have. You're not having that taweez that he has to do before going for his fights and everything. You know, which is wonderful. And he does like a namaste, which is a very Indian thing to do. It's not pertaining to any particular religion. It's a very Indian thing to do. So somewhere you are giving a very, which is something which is what Indian Muslims are all about, that they're very mainstream and they're very different from anywhere else in the world somewhere. Will you agree with that entire thing?
Oh, well,
you're breaking the stereotype somewhere.
Well, that
skull cap तो मुझे कहीं भी नजर नहीं आई, फादर के ऊपर भी नजर नहीं आई.
नहीं क्यों पहनेंगे?
ग्रैंडमदर भी बहुत प्रोग्रेसिव है.
हाँ, और क्यों पहनेंगे? मतलब देखिए,
मैक्सिमम लोग नहीं पहनते.
हाँ, और आप किसी भी, मेरे वालिद साहब, मेरी अम्मा बहुत प्रैक्टिसिंग मुसलमान है, लेकिन खाना खाते हुए मेरे अब्बा स्कल कैप नहीं पहनते, वो नमाज पढ़ते हुए ही पहनते हैं. वो घर में काजल लगा के नहीं बैठते. हमारे हर डिनर मील में रूह अफ़ज़ा नहीं चलता. तो जब ये सब चीजें नहीं हैं, तो मैं अपनी फिल्म में वो क्यों दिखाऊं?
Right. But mostly it happens. Mostly it happens, which is incorrect.
It is how Muslims over a period of time has been projected in Indian films.
Correct.
ठीक है भाई, कि मुसलमान किरदार है, इसको एक सबसे पहले ना एक तावीज़ दो, इसके हाथ में कलावा बांध दो और इसकी आंख में काजल दो, आदमी ना पहले ही पता चल जाएगा ये मुसलमान है.
करेक्ट.
ठीक है. जब जंजीर पिक्चर आई, जिसमें आई लव प्राण साहब किरदार, बट he was always in a pathani. He has mehndi in his hair, you know, and he's wearing a topi. शेर खान का किरदार.
करेक्ट.
अब मैंने बचपन में देखा है कि भाई ये जो किरदार है, ये अफगानी पठान है शेर खान, इसकी जंजीर पिक्चर में अमिताभ से फाइट होती है और ये भी स्ट्रॉन्ग है, ये भी स्ट्रॉन्ग है. अब हमारा इवोल्यूशन उस सिनेमा पे हुआ है, तो हमें लगा कि हर मुसलमान जो डिपिक्ट होना चाहिए वो ऐसे डिपिक्ट होना चाहिए. बट यार कितने मुसलमान हैं? मतलब अगर मैं अपने हिंदू दोस्तों के घर में जाता हूँ और उनकी दादी बैठी हुई होती हैं या उनके अब्बा बैठे हुए होते हैं, तो मैं ये तो बोलता हूँ ना, राम राम अंकल.
और कोई बुराई भी नहीं है उसमें.
कोई बुराई नहीं.
That's a plural culture that you have.
जब वो लड़का मेरे घर आता है तो वो मेरी अम्मी को देख के बोलता है सलाम अलैकुम आंटी.
राइट.
तो ये तो हिंदुस्तान है.
That's the plural culture that
is. ऐसा नहीं है. मैं पंजाब में शूटिंग कर रहा था, सरदार जी खड़े थे, मैं उन्हें क्या बोलता, सलाम अलैकुम सरदार जी. मैं सत श्री अकाल ही बोलूंगा सर.
बिल्कुल, absolutely.
So I am saying that why is it so difficult? Like when people are saying, sir, this is a new thing. It's not a new thing. This is India. So if a film represents this country,
which generally has not been shown by movies, and I think we're seeing it through Sultan somehow.
Yeah, but I think these are the things. I think your feelings and how you look at the world as a filmmaker, as a director, and as the team which puts the film together, that beliefs need to come in the product,
Absolutely.
And I have kind of come to terms that I will not shy away from the reality in this country, the way Muslims are living, the kind of respect that they have, the kind of brotherhood they have with the people is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, and that is what makes India the way India is, and one should respect that, and one needs to make it even more stronger.
Absolutely.
And that representation till the time doesn't happen in the mainstream cinema, that means we are shying away from that.
Absolutely. The entire Haryanvi element, many people were totally surprised by the fact that the way you have utilized Haryanvi and authentically. I read one piece that I was talking about, which was slightly critical of Haryanvi, but I don't agree to that, because maximum जो चीज़ें मैंने पढ़ी हैं, जो मैंने महसूस किया, I think the Haryanvi has come out very well. Even Salman or anyone else in the movie, the way they are speaking. Do you feel that it's something which is like really novel as well, because you're actually taking a risk as well, that आपका जो फिल्म बहुत हद तक हरियाणवी में है, and it's something that is, but still कहीं पर ऐसा लगता नहीं that ज़बान कहीं पर बैरियर कहीं से ऐसा लगता नहीं. But nuances आपने हरियाणवी के बहुत अच्छे से आपने यूज़ किए.
या हमने पूरा ट्राई वो इसीलिए किया क्योंकि आई जस्ट फील कि जब किसी जगह पे आप फिल्म सेट करो और अगर उसकी वहाँ की ज़बान इस्तेमाल करो, तो फिल्म के अंदर एक अलग तरह की फ्रेशनेस आ जाती है.
बिल्कुल.
और कोशिश ये थी कि इसीलिए हमने रेवाड़ी में फिल्म सेट करी, विच इज जस्ट 1.5 hours अवे फ्रॉम दिल्ली, दैट इट्स अ बॉर्डर हरियाणा. सो द हरियाणवी इज नॉट दैट क्लिश जिसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, कि इट्स नॉट अ वेरी हार्डकोर हरियाणवी, क्योंकि विद इन हरियाणा यू विल फाइंड 6-7 डायलेक्ट्स, यू नो. फिर कम्युनिटी वाइज डायलेक्ट्स भी बदलते हैं, जगह वाइज डायलेक्ट भी बदलते हैं. तो हमने उसको एक बॉर्डर लाइन हरियाणवी हिंदी रखा. ऑल्सो बिकॉज सलमान इज सच अ बिग स्टार, यू नो, and down the line we are making a film for pan India.
Absolutely.
I wanted कि अगर आप गुजरात में भी बैठे हो, महाराष्ट्र में भी बैठे हो, तो हो सकता है आपको हर वर्ड समझना है, लेकिन आपको मोटा मोटा सब समझ में आ जाए. और मुझे हमेशा लगता है, यू नो, मेरी मराठी बहुत अच्छी नहीं है, लेकिन कभी भी मुझे कोई इंटरेस्टिंग वर्ड आता है, लगता है, अब जैसे मैं बॉम्बे आया तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था कंटाल क्या होता है, और मुझे किसी ने बोला भाई कंटाल आ रहा है, तो मुझे लगता है कोई गाड़ी है, ट्रक है, क्या है भाई, कंटाल आ रहा है. तो when I got to know कंटाल का मतलब क्या होता है, I said यार this is a very fascinating word. So tomorrow if I make a film which is set in Maharashtra, I'm going to pick up those words and the people in North will enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
context,
that is,
from the context
that
you
is
can
again, you know, one of the most fascinating thing about our country is that within so much of divisions which are about cultures, which are about languages, which are about religions, which are about so many things, but still we unite and stand.
Absolutely.
So I was watching the film in Chandan, which is and with a hardcore Maharashtrian audience, but every time Salman was cracking a joke where he says कि you know लुगाई छोरी लुगाई बनी नहीं पर खून चूसण पहले लाग रही है. People are whistling. People are, because they are understanding कि यार ये अच्छा word है, correct timing है, कुछ interesting line है. So all those things I think kind of connect with the audience.
Gaiety is like a festival actually. Gaiety is like, you know, when my team was doing the public opinion at Gaiety, I just called up, just talk, and I heard people shrieking in the background. I heard people shrieking actually. Okay, we'll, you know, I have many questions for you, but we'll quickly come down to a few more. The support cast. Kumud Mishra, I think, is outstanding. Amit Saad is very good. I think he's looked very, very earnest. Randeep Hooda, it's a cameo, but I think he's outstanding. He plays a big part. And Anant, he's outstanding. The friend, Salman's friend. I think he's outstanding. He's outstanding. So if you can please speak about these guys.
And
the grandmom as well. I think she was there in People Life.
Yeah, she was there in People Life. She was also there in Swadesh.
Right.
You know, the idea was that it was a very conscious decision that we were taking in the time when we were casting, that we're going to put Salman into the mix of actors. Apart from Hooda, everyone that he's worked is a new guy. You know, and knowing Salman, he loves challenges. You know, when you throw something at him and you say, "भाई नहीं हो रहा क्या? चलो दूसरी तरह से." He says, "कैसे नहीं हो रहा? करूँगा." You know, that's what I call him. He's a sea biscuit. You know, you've seen Sea Biscuit, the film, that, you know, there's a horse. He runs, and then you have to bring another horse right next to him. The horse judges, yeah, this horse is fast, and now let me know how fast I can do. That's how Salman is. You know, he's that horse that if you tell him, "Bhai, you can't run this," he said, "How can I not run this?" You know, and then he shoots. So the idea was to throw him in the mix of actors which he's never worked with, who throw things at him and he responds to them. You know, half of this casting is a first time casting. You know, Kumud Mishra, definitely Saad and Anant have still done little work. All the pahlwans are real. He got along with those pahlwans like anything. You know that fat guy Pawan who says, "Aaja, tere se na hui." You know, जो भाग रहा है उसके पीछे. All new guys. The Raja Pahlwan, the guy who comes and says, "मेरे बेटे ने ये बनाया आपके लिए." All are real pahlwans.
That was a good one, yeah.
All real pahlwans. They have not even spoken a line on a stage play. Forget they were shooting here. No idea of continuity. No idea of anything. And Salman loved them. Salman was teaching them continuity. And they were saying, "भाई हमें क्या पता, हम इसके बाद तो फिर पहलवानी करने जाने वाले, हमें क्या सीखनी continuity क्या होती है, आप बस हमारी तरह से कर दो." And Salman ने कहा, "भाई इन्हीं की तरह से करो, ये नहीं समझ करेंगे." So things like that. And you know, he is just too charming with people. You know, whether it's boys, whether it's girls, whether it's pahlwans, whether it's Dadi. Dadi has slapped him 4 times. And he says, "यार तुम करते रहो, because दादी की भी लाइन नहीं याद हो रही और मुझे भी लाइन याद नहीं हो रही हरियाणवी में." Because Dadi is from UP.
Yeah, that's true. She's from Lucknow.
She's from Lucknow. So all those things. But I think, you know, I just believe that when things just come together magically, then everything just flows. And the best part of Sultan has been the experience of making the film, and the support of the cast, the support of the crew has just been phenomenal.
Mm.